100 rated chess. But you are a dinosaur. You can only capture a piece. Or pawn. If it has just moved. Very challenging. We get a 105 from India. Congratulations to Indian on winning the World Championship. Winning the final game with the black pieces is totally worthy of the throne. Thy strength befits a crown, but unfortunately I'm still going to beat this guy. E5. Queen E2. Very aggressive. Alright. The plan is very simple. As usual, if the challenge restricts my ability to make captures, I will let my opponent do the captures instead. D5. Of course he can also choose to not capture. That is an option. Knight C6. And not only he doesn't want to capture, he actually wants me to make the captures instead. D takes C4. His c-pawn has just moved. I can take it. D takes C4. Knight D4 should be very strong here, but there is absolutely no reason to attack his queen, as I wouldn't be able to capture even if my opponent blunders her. Bishop C5 instead. I can only capture if my opponent voluntarily walks the piece into a capturable direction. Like that bishop. But I'm not taking. Knight D4 instead. He also doesn't take. I want to go knight F6. But since my opponent physically cannot move his e-pawn, I will never be able to go knight e4 due to the challenge. F5 instead. I'll remove his pawn first, and then knight e4 won't be a capture. And of course he can refuse to capture again. I totally forgot about that. Knight F6. Aha! Finally. 9 moves into the game, this guy has finally decided to make his first ever active capture. I'll take with the bishop. Knight B5. Very aggressive. Castle. Rook D1. He is really grouping everything up against my bishop on D4. But C5 should solve all the possible problems. Knight takes D4. I'll open the E-file. I still need to remove his e-pawn, so if he really doesn't want to capture, pushing the pawn also has the same effect of emptying up the square. Exactly. Knight E4. I don't think I can take his queen, but this knight alone is already putting his king in some serious danger. Queen D3. Queen A5 check. Bong cloud. I want to bring my bishop in, and even though I can navigate it this way, it can take too many moves and his king side is also very crowded. B5 instead. C takes B5. A6. B takes A6. That blunders a queen. Bishop takes A6. Pinning his queen to his king. A desperado is very much expectable. Never mind. Okay, I cannot take his queen because the thing didn't move. Seriously, I should just forget about that woman. Bishop B7. We'll focus on checkmating his king. Knight H3. Knight C3 discovered check. My knight prevents his king from coming back to E2. King F4. In this position there is a very cool idea of queen back to D8, the starting square, sacrificing the knight for queen H4 G4 queen G4 checkmate in 2. But I didn't see that during the game. Knight D5 check instead. And my opponent resigned. I was actually going for a repetitional draw. But anyway, a win is a win. Mission accomplished.